In 1997, Washington, D.C. was a city of great need and great opportunity. And the surrounding area, IT was booming. In the city itself, well, in the country at large, there were a lot of changes happening, including changes to the safety net, affirmative action, welfare. There was corporate downsizing. There was a lot of job insecurity at the same time as there was this new industry that offered endless growth and potential, which was the IT industry. And fortunately, Glenn Stein worked in that industry, and I knew the Washington, D.C. community, and so between the two of us, we could link the need with the great opportunity. Glenn and I met for a cup of coffee in Adams Morgan at a sidewalk cafe. We were just two friends chatting about our lives. He used his own experience as an example because he taught himself skills that gave him enormous opportunity and financial, resources. And he knew what was available, and I knew what was needed here at home. I knew people personally who were suffering from the crime wave that was happening in DC, who weren't exposed to opportunities. I knew young people who had never been to the National Mall, to the museums, even though DC was their home. And I remember those young people who were brilliant and talented and lovely, and their families were hardworking, and yet they didn't have the opportunities that were so readily accessible to others because they were right here in the DC area. So it felt very compelling to link the people in the community with opportunities that weren't visible necessarily to them. It can start with a conversation with a friend over a cup of coffee, where a good idea is born, and then the follow-up can sort of come organically, as it did with us, where we started with a class at the Gospel Rescue Mission and built from there, and built a strong foundation that sets a tone and creates a space for an organization like Byte. It was kind of amazing recently going back to the building in Brookland and feeling so much at home and having so many memories of that space and feeling the same spirit and the same energy and the same opportunities, and that excite me, and at the same time recognizing that it's got its own life and its own direction, and it continues to be relevant. It continues to be very versatile and dynamic and fill a need that continues to grow. Happy 20th anniversary, Byte. Keep going strong.